Cool, Eva. So let's go to the practical. We love with you to give some practical tools to people. So let's not use the word activate, but allow and align with the law of attraction. In this conversation, we use that vocabulary. So let's talk about what are the something practical you've seen in your life which helps you to align and allow the law of attraction work in your favor.
As I mentioned, a meditation is number one. It's very
Mm-hmm.
simple. Uh, 10, 15 minutes per day are enough. If it's real meditation. Some people say, oh, I play meditation and I listen to it and I do some stuff. No, this is not meditation. So if you
Yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
so this is what I really recommend. Start meditating 15 minutes every morning. If you want, you can do it in the evening as well. And my favorite tool for this is Headspace. It's an amazing
Yep.
phone app. They have free meditations so that you can get the feel of it before you get to the paid version. So if I had one advice, it would be start meditating daily. This is the first thing. Of course, I want to show this book. Abraham Hicks and Esther and Jerry Hicks have written many books explaining the teachings of Abraham, the law of attraction, how to apply them in the everyday life. And particularly, this book is very good. It's called Ask and It Is Given.
I
There
love it.
are like 22 processes and tools or games, as I like to call them, that help us get into alignment. So one of them is just to keep a book of positive aspects, like in your journal, to write 5 or 10 positive things that you can come up with. It doesn't have to be something that you did. It can be just look around and find 10 things that you are happy about. Like probably you have something, you feel something, something happened, you're grateful about something. So to keep a record of positive thoughts and experiences, it's something that helps. Also, I like to keep a track of the miracles that happen in my life, and I write them down because they happen so many times. I notice them, but then I forget. And when I write them down and I read them, I say, wow, this is amazing. And they have also a process called uh, it's like writing your desire in a circle. Focus wheel,
Mm.
they call it focus wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Writing
Mm-hmm.
your desire in a circle and starting to add thoughts that make you feel good about this desire. For example, let's
Mm.
start with somebody is single and they want to attract their life partner, but of course they're afraid there are no single guys where they live, or all the men cheat, or all these limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
So how this works, you write in the middle, I share my life with my life partner in joy and love, let's say. And then what thoughts will help you get to this vibration? For example, I have had nice relationships or partners in my life before. So, it's possible for me. The fact that I'm single right now doesn't mean that I'll be single forever. So I have attracted nice people in my life, even if they were not partners, maybe they're friends or business partners. So any thought that can make us feel good and believe more that this is possible for us will help. So we write this thought down. I have attracted nice people in my life, so it's possible to attract this person that I want.
Yes.
Another
Yes.
thought, there are so many single people in my city, which is true, right? There, singles are everywhere, fortunately
Yep.
or unfortunately, nowadays. So, and we
Yeah.
start coming up with these nice thoughts. For example, I'm a much better partner now because I'm more self-aware. I'm at a better place in my life. I'm more positive. So this is a way that we could try to find better thinking thoughts and make us feel better when we think about this desire.
Yeah.
There are many other tools, but these are just some simple things that we could do.
Yes, absolutely. So, um, what I can add on that, for me, there are several tools which I use in order to align with the law of attraction. And I will start with vision board, I think, something which I use a lot. I have it here. I think the last maybe 7, 8 years, 10 years, I don't know how many years, but I always had the vision board, and it's helping me to create a feeling. So that's what I think is helping me with, is because it's not only thought in my head, but it's visual, and we know that the visual can create so many feelings in us when it's the right one, and you of course you're going to create a vision board with the right images for you. So that's something which I use, and I also use words. So it's like my vision board is words, pictures, and words with them. So this picture represents to me. For example, I have a vision board when it's written how I often respect myself unconditionally. I have a picture of that. So this is giving me uh, the rational, but also the visual thing, and that gives this feeling for me. So vision board is amazing, guys, and a lot of people say, "Well, I don't need to do that." It's not. Oh, it's important to do it, especially if you want to create something in your life, because you cannot. A picture means 1,000 words. I think this was one of the quotes I wrote, that a picture is like 1,000 words because it's so many things inside. Another thing is the answer of the question why. When I answer this question why to myself, I'm going to the deeper desire which I have for the thing. It's not only I want this thing, but why I want it. What is gonna bring me? What is gonna be different in my life when I have this thing, or when I create this thing? This is so amazing, and I love this process. I don't know. Maybe you've heard it, Eva. The process with some people it's 5 whys, some people it's 7 whys, but it's in different ways. But it's like you're asking several times whys to go deeper to the real reason for yourself. It's a very simple process, and you can go by yourself. You can go with someone else with it. Just ask 5 consecutive times why to your answer, and then you have one thing which I also noticed is when I feel overwhelmed, taking a break is the best thing I can do. Just take a break from everything. You can go somewhere, you can go for a walk, you can go for 2 days vacation, whatever you choose to do. Taking a break is going to help you to align and ground yourself in order to come back to yourself the way you want to be. And of course, it's not the last one. I think the most important for me is the self-creation practice I do every single morning. That for me is number one, because self-creation practice I create, it's like a morning routine for me. I'm religious about it. Every single morning, I'm creating
What is
something.
this self-creation practice?
The first thing which I do is I create myself every single morning. What I believe is that we can create ourselves every single day, not just every single day, every single second, every single minute. We can create ourselves the way we want. And the problem is that we don't do that, every
Conscious.
single day. Yeah, we are living with our past, with our beliefs from the past, without really checking on them, and without really creating who we want to be. Example: several years ago, I was living with the belief I am worthless. Let's say this was the belief, which not let's say that was my belief. And then once I created myself as I'm worthy, and I'm doing that every single day, that created a completely different frequency for myself and for the world around me. And of course, that attracted something different in my life. And I do that every morning because I believe that this is a lifelong practice to create myself who I am. And the second part of the practice is what I have in my life. Not what I will have, but what I have. And with this practice of what I have, it's not some of the things are not physically with me, but I totally believe that they are already with me. So they're going to be created and manifested easily in my life. So this practice is every single morning. Of course, there are a little bit more details, but that's the basic base of the practice. And I do that with my morning routine, with exercises, with breathing, with drinking hot water and stuff. All of these things I'm doing every single morning. And when I do that, Eva, I'm sure that you can understand that. It's just I feel like so powerful at the beginning of the day that I can really seize everything which is happening in front of me. because I know who I am, and I don't allow people to create me the they want. They can't,
Yes.
and they won't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And while you were saying all this, a few things came to my mind. Yes, there are many ways and practices. Vision boards are a beautiful thing. But for me, the main criteria, if something works for us or not, is how we feel.
Yeah.
If we don't feel excited to make the vision board, if it's not fun for us, don't do it. Find something that is
Yeah.
fun. So this with the whys, yes, it's very nice. We can just write all the things that we want. Let's say we want 10, 20, 50 things in our life. We write them down, and we write why we want them. Let's say the top 3 or top 5. It doesn't have to be 7 whys, but just write at least three things why you want this thing and why this is working, because we exchange how with why. Because our mind is always going, oh yes, but how are you going to get that? Don't worry about the how. The universe will guide you, or your inner being will guide you towards the how. Figure out what you want and why you want it. That's enough. And anything that makes you feel good is helping you. So I have a list with uplifting music, with my favorite, like a playlist with my favorite music. And whenever I get ready to go out, I play this music and it pumps me up. I feel so happy. I dance and I sing. So anything that makes you feel good, it's working for you. For example, any pleasures like massage or movies or dancing or anything that makes you feel good is working and helping you to use the law of attraction and to attract more things in your life.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree. So that I think it's a great message to finish this conversation with you is to we are giving here our point of view. We are giving here what is working for us or for our clients, but it's important for you to take that information and to go through yourself and to use what feels good for you, and that is going to help you to really align with the law of attraction. So, Eva, before I ask you the last question, can you tell me how people can contact you and what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yes, they can find me on LinkedIn. They can find me on Facebook. They can find me on my website, which is rarerelationships.eu. I have a YouTube channel, so just type Eva Kuleva and you will find plenty of resources. On my website, I have nice videos also in English or subtitled in English, including the one about the law of attraction, on self-love, on creating a dating strategy. So some really good resources. And whoever wants to figure out if we are a good match to work together, we'll do a free video conversation and see if we are a good match.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So before I ask you the question, thank you from the bottom of my heart that being here with me and sharing your wisdom, Eva. I'm sure that all of these golden nuggets you shared here, if people listen to really carefully, they're going to get it and they're going to really use the law of attraction in a completely different way or align with the law of attraction in a way that is going to work in their favor. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your smiles. And thank you for your expertise. And the last question is actually, it's not going to be a question, it's going to be a message you want to give to people. What is the one thing you can give to people?
I have something written down here that I wanted to share. It's one of my favorite quotes of Abraham.
Now is the moment.
Yes. Everything that happens is your inner being guiding you towards your well-being. So we just need to trust and to believe that no matter what happens, it is guiding you towards our well-being. Not to feel too upset or scared when something happens. There's always a reason for anything to happen. Even if we don't see it now, we'll figure it out why this happens. So just to trust the process, to trust in the amazing the love, the universe, and yeah, just have fun.
Love it. Thank you, Eva. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.